reason it's important to understand all this context is because of the first sentence that he says. Okay, let's listen to the first sentence together.
The film is good. It begins to probe and explore. Had I been permitted to complete my work, the film would have been great.
What did he say in this last sentence?
I didn't catch because like I stopped the, no, I don't know, like the connection or something, and I didn't.
Okay, so we have to
Yeah.
listen again.
Yes.
What about Luis? Do you have anything?
Not really.
Okay, let's go. Let's listen again.
Been permitted. Good. It begins to probe and explore. Had I been permitted to complete my work, the film would have been great.
How I been punished?
How I've been punished. No, he never said punished. He never said how. But the verb is been. And been, we can start with been. Been is a past participle of be. Do you agree?
Yes.
What do you need when you have a verb in past participle?
Have or
Exactly. Or
had?
have or had. Very good. Let's listen to how he pronounced it.
Been permitted. Good. It begins to probe and explore. Had I been permitted.
What did he say?
I heard how I've been.
Okay, but again, we say with the verb how, we know with the verb been, what do you need?
I've been connected or connected.
Again, with the verb been, with the verb in past participle, what do you need?
Have.
Have, no?
Have,
Or had.
Yes.
Have or had. And what is the pronunciation with the question how that sounds similar?
Why? No.
Again, you're not getting my point.
No.
The auxiliary have or had starts with H.
Have. Okay.
And the question how starts with H.
Yes.
So you are confusing the first word with the question how.
Oh.
He never says how.
Oh. Had.
Please, that's correct.
I didn't connect.
Excellent. Had I been permitted? Have I been is the first thing that he says.
Okay.
Listen again.
Punished?
Again, Luis?
Punished?
No, because the pronunciation is punished. And punished has two syllables. He pronounces 3 syllables.
Oh, yes.
Let's try again.
It begins to probe and explore. Had I been permitted.
Permitted.
Totally correct. Had I been permitted
To complete my work.
To complete my work.
Correct. First part.
Had I been permitted?
Had I been permitted?
To complete my work.
Exactly, that's the first part. Had I been permitted to complete my work, comma,
the film would have been great.
The film
yes,
gonna be right.
gonna, impossible. Gonna is future.
Uh-huh.
Then it doesn't match with
Okay.
the first part, which is speaking about past. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Then it's impossible that it's gonna. Let's listen again.
If I had been permitted to complete my work, the film would have been great.
Could be. Right?
Could
No.
be. Could be.
Wanna be right?
Wanna be?
No, wanna be right?
Wanna be. Oh, no. Number one, in the case of it's could be doesn't match because could means possibility in the past, ability, and the film doesn't have an ability. The film is a no human thing, which is the same reason that we'll give to Luis. A film cannot want. So if you say wanna, the movie doesn't want. A person wants, a human wants, but a movie doesn't want. You know what I mean?
Yes, completely.
Right? So similar case with could. A person could, a human could, but not a movie. Also,
The movie
what's
is inanimate, no?
the movie is what again?
Inanimate?
That doesn't exist in Spanish. In English, sorry, let me check. Inanimate. Inanimate, not alive. It exists. It exists, but it is like this. Inanimate.
Inanimate.
So it is pronounced inanimate? No.
Exactly.
Inanimate, okay.
Not inanimated. That's extra. So not alive, no? Yes, the movie is inanimate, so it cannot feel, it cannot want, it couldn't also, no? Probably the complement of the sentence can help you. Do you remember the complement? You don't remember the complement.
Again, be right.
Be right. No, he never said right. Let's listen again. I'm gonna give you the full segment to check if you can catch it. Because the first part is necessary too. Listen.
The film is good. It begins to probe and explore. Had I been permitted to complete my work, the film would have been great.
The film I heard gonna be right.
It sounds very different. Because the last word, right, has a phonetic that doesn't match the audio. While you pronounce right with this, the person is pronouncing this. Very similar, but they are not exact the same. So it cannot be right because he's pronouncing A. Do you know what I mean? So let's talk about it. What does he think about the movie currently? The final movie. What does he think about the movie?
That the film is good. The work.
Currently, the movie is good. No? That's his opinion. Is good the best adjective that you can use to describe something amazing?
Great.
Listen again.
Committed to complete my work, the film would have been great.
Great. The
You see?
film would be great.
The film what?
I heard gonna be
Gonna
great.
be. Yeah, but again, it's impossible, right? Do you understand why
Yes.
this is impossible?
Yes.
Why?
Because the film doesn't want, you said.
But you said gonna, no?
Yes, the future in the past. No?
Yeah, that's precisely the reason. We cannot use a second sentence in future because the other is in past. He said, had I been completed, no, had I been permitted to
To
complete
my
my work, then something happened because he was not permitted to complete his work. Something else was a consequence. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Then what happens to the movie? Any help, Louis? What do you have in mind?
I was thinking like the movie going to be right.
Going to be right. Why going to? Because it's the same thing that it just said.
So I was thinking that he the producer think that the movie is not correct, it's not a good plot or something like this, and thinking that eventually or eventually the movie will transform
Will be better.
the right product, something like this.
Then we are not taking into consideration the time. It's the same problem as it said. If you say had I been, you are talking in past. Then the movie cannot be changed now. The movie is done. The movie is finished. You see? So that's then it's impossible that we say going to because the movie is finished. We cannot change it anymore. Do you understand this?
Yeah, because the film production, it has been finished.
Exactly, it's over. There's no more production now. That's why. So then everything that you understand that is future is wrong. It cannot be future. Then you need to find what expressions are used to talk in past. Especially if you understand the context of the situation. The movie is good, but there was a possibility to be great. There was a massive possibility to be great. Why the movie is not great? Why do you think he considers the movie is not the best version of itself?
He said not because they didn't permit it to complete his work. I don't know.
They didn't permit him exactly to complete his work. That's right. So you need to use this information to find the words that he's saying. So you have the information. Just adapt it to an expression that speaks about things that didn't happen, but that there was a possibility that they happened. How do you say that in English?
With good.
Exactly. Would what? Incomplete. You're very close.
The movie could be right.
Great.
Would be great. Close. You're very close. The expression would is for imaginary situations when you are imagining things.
The movie could.
Could. The movie couldn't because it's an inanimate object. We cannot use could. But also, would is to talk about future. Luis, how do you use it in past?
Would have.
Exactly. Yes, the structure that we have been using all the last week. Would have. Contraction for would have. Contraction. Yes.
Would have.
Pronunciation. Would have. Exactly. Would have. Talking about regret. If he had called me, I would have gone to the party. And this is the example that we used the last week. When you are talking about would have and you're using a conditional, we normally use the auxiliary had because it's past before past, and then the would have. It matches the example in the video. Do you agree with me?
Yeah.
What about Luis? Do you agree? Do you know what's up?
About if what if it is the option that he used?
Yes.
It makes sense that it is just the structure, but sincerely, I didn't hear it.
Because of the contractions. Because you're thinking it would have, and then you want everybody to pronounce it would have separately. But when he speaks fast, when Americans speak fast, well, native people speak fast, they will contract. Now that you listen, you're probably gonna hear it. Check it out.
The film is good. It begins to probe and explore. Had I been permitted to complete my work, the film would have been great.
The film.
Great.
You
wouldn't be right.
Would separate your words because I cannot hear your pronunciation.
The movie would have been right.
Exactly. There you have it. There you have it. This time, did you understand the would have?
Yes.
So that's the thing. It's about analyzing situational context in order to reach the right structures that he is using. Because without context, it's impossible to decipher what he is saying. So it's a help of context, of knowing and dominating the structures, dominating in what situations specifically we use this, understanding what happened to the story of this man in order to understand why he is so angry. And we have again, if I have been permitted to complete my work, the movie, the film would have been great. Which is the conditional that we have in the slide over here. When we talked about regrets, we are going to use the if section needs the auxiliary had. And the alternate situation section needs the modal, the have, and the past participle. I use the word modal because it can be would or it can be could. Could have or would have fits in this formula. Questions about this formula?
No, teacher.
Sure? Do you understand all of it? For example, why had?
Because it's something that passed before, but no, maybe that it's something that could happen in the past but didn't occur right now.
The thing that didn't occur is here. The second part is the part that didn't occur.
In the first part, say the regret is something that you will have desire to do, but you didn't do it.
You would have desired to do, but you didn't do.
You would like to change it in the past, but
you would have. You would.
Yes, you wouldn't like to change, but you are not able, right? Because it happened.
Because it happened in the past, exactly. But that's not the reason we use had. The reason we use had is because had represents a time period that happens before another thing in the past. For example, if I say, yesterday I went to the gym. Before I went to the gym, I had taken a crispy cookie. Right? For energy. So the crispy cookie, it happens before I arrived to the gym. Do you agree?
Yes.
That's a had. The utilization of had is to give sequence to two ideas. If I had done this, something would have happened. These are the two situations again. Had goes first, would have goes second. Right?
Yes.
And you, Luis, do you understand?
So he's so I think if he's regretted exist.
He's again what?
He would have he wouldn't allow Edward Norton change the history.
Exactly. Wouldn't in past again.
He would have.
Negative.
He would have not allowed.
He would have
Edward
not
Norton
allowed.
change the history.
Exactly. He would have not allowed Edward Norton to change his history, the story, because it was his creation, his idea of the movie, and he looked for the producers. The producers give you the money only.
Yes, he had in certain mode the power to stop the producers.
In a way.
In a way, yeah.
But because they have the money, they didn't allow him give them orders. So he said, no, it's my movie, it's my money. So I decide that Edward Norton will change the movie.
Yeah, but with the money, yeah, it's a strong resource, but it is not enough to produce a history if you don't have a history.
That's exactly his defense. Exactly. And now today, the movie was not really the vision that he originally had.
Yes.
Then the vision for him is that the movie was going to be great. Another form to say this is that the movie would have been great if he had been permitted to complete his work. Let's analyze the situation. I want to take again the if formula. Conditional inversion. If we adapt this structure to the if condition, it will be like this. If I have been permitted to complete my work, second part, the movie, the film, no?
The film.
Would have been great.
Well, maybe what he thinks, right?
And maybe it's what he thinks. I mean, the producers can defend that, no? The producer will say, well, that's your idea.
Yes. Or maybe if he would have maybe if he would made his original idea, the movie wouldn't be accepted by the public?
Past again. Wouldn't is future.
We would have rejected by the public?
Would have and the verb.
Rejected?
Rejected is a description.
Reject.
No, rejected is necessary.
Uh-huh.
What verb is necessary for a description?
Would have been rejected
Exactly.
by the public.
Exactly. The movie would have been rejected by the public. Probably. We cannot know, no?
Yeah, because that the topic of the movie is very, very
Strong.
Yes.
Yeah, so who really knows? I mean, it was every movie is a risk. You know?
But especially this one.
Yeah, of course. When you are going to deal with Nazis and violence, then it's going to be a massive risk, which it puts you in the position of the producers, no? Because then it's like, okay, I'm making a movie, my studio is making a movie about Nazis. I have to take care of business so it doesn't affect my business. It doesn't affect my studio.
Yeah, maybe the producers thought that the original idea could be seen as a kind of
Could be. Again, could be. You need to speak in past.
would have
Could have.
thought.
Could, but you said been seen. Be seen.
Maybe the original, maybe the producer thought that the original movie would have been seen as a tribute
As a tribute.
and a tribute to the Nazis.
Exactly. And of course, producers are usually Jewish.
Yes, I was thinking that many people, it's not a kind of produce, but it is really in many cases
Yes,
that
yes,
people
yes.
with money in many environments are used.
But in the film industry is very well known. In the film industry, everybody knows that the most of the producers are Jewish.
So put if you are you and put money in a tribute for the Nazis, it's yeah,
Exactly.
you cannot.
Exactly. That's precisely the part. Now, we can understand that part, right? But then what's up with making an actor make decisions of direction?
No.
Then that part is like, okay, I understand your motivation, but why like that? Why not a consultant? Why not an analyst? Why not a
Yes,
person? No.
yes. Tell me directly to me your concerns, and I, as a director, propose changes according to your concerns or to the ideas. No?
Of course.
Yes.
Of course, it's like if you are very concerned about the resulting movie, I can provide the vision. I can help you understand what my vision is. No? The problem was that they never consult him. He completed the movie, he finished the process of filming, and in post-production, they took Edward Norton and it's like, here you have it. You know? Finish the movie for him. Come on. And the resulting movie, the movie that is on the cinemas, is the Edward Norton's edition, not the director's edition.
Yeah, maybe Edward would have been part of the committee to change the movie,
Excellent.
but not the only. What is the word? Is he responsible?
The only responsible, exactly.
The only responsible.
Of course. But because he was the actor, he was able to do it. So unfortunate. But okay, let's keep it over here, right? Because we have Jessie in the chat. Hello, Jessie. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hi.
So, is here It's and Roberto? Somebody else?
Nope, this too
No?
early.
All right. Hi, It's. Hi, Roberto. Good morning.
Hi, Izzy, good morning.
Thank you. So, that's all. Have a nice night, day.
You too. Jessie, thank you very much.
Lovely. You're welcome.
That is right. Now you understand what's up with the situation. Now you understand why this person is so mad and so angry. He was completely affected by his own producers, unfortunately. Now that we understand the conditional, now that we understand the usage of the modals, because now we are using it correctly, I want you to see that this is the base form of the structure, the base form of the sentence. But then if you see the subtitles, you can see that he never said if. Do you see?
Yes. Yeah,
Instead of
the auxiliary.
he began with the auxiliary. Then what he actually said, in order to speak with emphasis, he omitted the if and he switched these two. Had I been permitted to complete my work, the film would have been great. What we are seeing here is that the first sentence expresses a sentiment of regret and sadness. And on the other side, the sentence is expressing a sentiment of anger and distress. Inversion is used, as we saw yesterday, to magnify the sentiment of a sentence, to magnify the feelings and emotions that you are giving. Yesterday we saw precisely that we use it when we are angry. Not until he arrived home did he realize he didn't have his phone with him. Jesus, that's a very bad situation. This is the same case, but now in a conditional sentence. And this inversion happens with the three conditionals. The first one when we are talking about real life situations. The second one, when we are talking about imaginary situations. And the third one, which is the one in the video. With auxiliary had. Let's check these three examples. Example with inverted conditional number 1. Let's go. It's help me reading. See, are you there? Okay, then Luis, help me read.
Yes, if he remembers his own
He was
name.
talking about all.
No,
Oh, she's here. She's here.
let's change
She's
No, I'm so sorry.
the microphone, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
I was reading. I'm so sorry.
no problem.
I continue? Oh,
Yeah, just go. Go.
Inverted conditionals. First conditional should. Let's take a simple first conditional sentence. If he remembers his own name, we will be able to help him. To invert this, replace if with should. Replace the verb with the verb infinitive. For example, goes, go, has, have, and is, are, be.
The very infinitive is a simple verb, the simple form of the verb.
Mm.
The result sentence is this.
Should he remember his own name?
Should he remember his own name? And the sentence is here.
Should he remember his own name, we'll be able to help him. Oh.
Oh, indeed. What do you observe?
When you put should, the verb change in infinitive form.
And why are we using should?
This is the part that I don't understand.
Well, it doesn't have a meaning. Don't look for a meaning. Don't look for anything, because the reason we have should is just for inversion purposes, just for emphasis purposes.
Okay.
Again, giving you the sensation that it's very, very important, giving you the meaning that this is a very strong sentiment. What do you mean? He doesn't remember his own name. Just imagine the problem. You know what I mean? He probably hit his head very bad, or too much of a monkey. I don't know. It's the person doesn't remember his own name, so I cannot help him. That's the reason. Is like I need to emphasize how much I want to help this person, but I can't. So I use should instead of if.
But it's the same. I could use it. Or only because it's a very bad situation.
Exactly. Inversion is used when it's very bad, very bad what you are expressing. When you need to express how important this is for you. That's the reason the person in the video is using had I instead of if I had. Because he's angry.
Okay.
You see? He's angry and he's definitely not happy about what happened. What about Luis? What observation do you make here?
So, so the idea is to change the if with the should, with the auxiliary should, to express something completely urgent, completely necessary or important, relevant.
The auxiliary should for something completely necessary, relevant. Relevant in what way?
Yes, because it is very important that he remembers his own name. No? So it's very critical for someone to remember his name.
Critical. I like that. I like the word critical.
So for emphasizing something critical, you change the if with the should.
In the first conditional only.
But even when should has a different meaning, something that is optional. In the context of the first conditional, when it is used firstly, it helps to emphasize something critical, urgent, something
The word should,
that
no?
should be necessary. No? That is something that it shouldn't be optional, no?
It's something that it shouldn't be optional. Which? The should or what?
No, what I'm trying to express is that should is usually
used.
The auxiliary should help you to express something that maybe you could do or you couldn't do it. No? For example, you should eat healthy. No? But if you don't eat healthy, maybe you could you could have problems, but maybe could not.
Okay.
No, I think should is used for optional, for options.
No.
And it is different if you use must. No? You must.
Okay. But it's the same as I was telling it. Say, you are looking for a meaning in should, aren't you?
And not precisely because should in the original use is for option, not a kind of options or
Like
something that
recommendations.
for recommendation. Yes, that's better a better word. But if you use it in the first conditional, substituting the if, I think they should change the original meaning. It's not a recommendation.
Exactly.
It should be interpreted as something necessary. No, that should be necessary.
Yes, but don't give the whole meaning to should only. Give the meaning to the full structure.
Yes, and in order to understand that should changes the original meaning is when you observe that it's at the initial of the sentence, maybe
At the start.
at the start of the sentence, and with the complete content, no? Well, the complete sentence.
Before the subject, exactly.
So in that,
And plus that, you are talking about future. You need three characteristics of this structure. You have should, you have the person before, after, and you are talking about future. Because the third conditional is about future. If the conditional is about past, then this structure is incorrect.
okay.
That's the reason it's very important to analyze the full structure, because it's not only changing if for should, it's analyzing that we are talking about a future. We will be able to help him.
Okay, and in order to express this kind of sentence with a third conditional, it only works with should, right?
Exactly.
So you cannot use, for example, must or other.
You cannot use other modal verb, and you cannot use it in a different conditional. If you're going to use, for example, imaginary situations, don't use should. It's a different inversion. And if you're going to use must, can, could, never. It's only should. Because it's not working as a modal, it's working as an inverted sentence.
Okay, so it's a kind of a stronger third conditional.
First,
Sorry.
a stronger first conditional. In what situations would you use it? Let's say you are very... Let's say that you want to really go out with a girl, but she's always busy.
Oh, that's really a problem.
That's really a problem, right? So then this is when you emphasize, should I have a moment with her? It can be amazing. Future.
Yes, it's a problematic situation currently.
Current. A current problematic situation.
Yes, it's a current problematic situation which it's influencing badly
on your presence.
And if it would have been different, the future would...
No. In this case, you don't need to speak in past. If it were different.
Yes, it would be different. The future would be better.
Will be.
Yes, because if that situation, that the better situation, yes, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Modals are very tricky for you, I can see, eh?
Yes, I need to
review it.
I need to start again.
Yeah, that part is...
Yes, because where it is stopping is the current situation, no? But if the current situation would be different, the future wouldn't be, no?
Exactly. Yes, you're getting it.
Okay.
That's so tricky. That's so tricky, yes. And that is only a demonstration for the first conditional. We're talking about future. The second conditional has another modification, right? But this happens with the verb where, and there's another with There is another with. No, both are with where. But we are going to see that tomorrow. I want you to process this one today. You got it?
Yes, I got
That
it.
was very tricky, but very, very good. So let me give you a little. I'm going to give you the summary here. Inverted conditionals, the third conditional, have. We take this example. We delete if, and we invert the subject and the auxiliary. The resulting sentence is, had we arrived sooner, we wouldn't have missed the beginning. You can take your notes on this example. That's pretty much it. Ready. And then tomorrow we are going to cover second conditional and mixed conditionals when they are combined. So we can practice more your models. Okay, because I can see that we need to have some conversation about it.
Yes.
Right? You're doing a good job. It's just about keep
I
practicing.
need to review conditionals and morals and perfect models.
Perfect, don't worry, we can do that tomorrow. We can do that in class.
Yes, okay.
Okay? Very good, brother. Well, let's finish over here. Have a very good day.
Thank you, teacher. Take care.
Right? You too, man. See you later.
See you later.